Hello, Year 6. This is Miss Karam. And today we're going to be talking about dissolving sugar. Let's get started. Look at this picture of sugar being added to a cup of tea. What would happen if we kept adding sugar to the cup of tea? Would the sugar keep dissolving? Would more or less sugar dissolve if the tea was cold? I'd like you to think back to our little investigation with the tea bags that we did in class. Remember, we used cold water, and the rate of filtration and dissolution or dissolving wasn't that fast. So, this allows us to find out or know that heating the water speeds up the rate of dissolving and filtration. And here we're talking about dissolving, so heating the water would make more sugar dissolve. Saturated solution. Remember our example of the stadium and us being the solid particles? When the stadium is filled with people and can't take any more people, it's said to be saturated. And a saturated solution is one in which no more solid can dissolve. The solution can't hold any more solid. I'd like you to read your challenge in your pupil book, page 36, as well as what to do in your pupil book, page 36, and answer the questions that are asked throughout the passage. You can pause this recording while you're reading. So, will the 12 teaspoons of sugar dissolve in a cup of tea? And which idea do you agree with and why? Let's go over the ideas together. Idea number 1 is correct. And we know this because sugar does dissolve in water until the water is completely saturated and can't hold any more sugar. Idea 2 is also correct because the more water you have, the more sugar will dissolve in the water. The more water you have, the more spaces are available for the sugar to dissolve in. Idea number 3 is correct because when the water becomes saturated with the sugar, the undissolved sugar will lie at the bottom of the cup. But idea 4 is incorrect because how fast or how slowly the sugar is added has nothing to do with its dissolving in the water. Now I'd like you to read what to check in your pupil book, page 36. You can pause this recording while you're reading. What must be kept the same to make sure that the investigation is fair? First, how long to stir? We have to keep it constant. A 30-second constant, for example. Second, we have to keep the temperature constant. And this is done by constantly or frequently checking with a thermometer. Now read what did you find in your pupil book, page 37. Pause this recording while you're reading. What kind of graph? When we have a table of results, the information in our table of results can be presented in one of two ways. Either a bar chart, which looks something like this, or a line graph, which looks something like this. A bar chart can be drawn when we have both numbers and letters in our tables of results. The letters will go on the x-axis, and the numbers go on our y-axis. A line graph can be drawn when we have two sets or two groups of numbers in our table of results. Numbers on the y-axis and number on the x-axis. So, what kind of graph can be drawn from the table of results on page 37? Draw up that kind of graph in your notebook. Do you see a pattern in your graph? Is there a limit to the number of teaspoons of sugar that water can hold? I'd like you to carry out this investigation yourself at home and try to find out the maximum number of teaspoons of sugar that can be dissolved in a cup of water. Don't forget to keep it fair by keeping the temperature the same and by stirring for the same amount of time. PCM 17. How much sugar will dissolve? Read through PCM 17. How do you think the students who carried out this investigation could improve their investigation? How would they make sure their results are accurate, correct, and exact? I'd like you to answer these questions on the back of PCM 17. Also, draw the correct kind of graph for the table of results on PCM 17 on the back of the sheet. Please read Now Predict in your pupil book, page 37. Look at the table of results on page 37 and try to answer the first question in Now Predict. A quick check. Match the following together. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed it. I really miss all of you, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon. If you have any questions about this lesson, don't hesitate to contact me. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.